Hello guys, this is Octavius with Summit City Traditional Archery. Today is pretty windy and I'm not going to carry on long on this video, but I want to give you a practice tip that I use, especially when I get bored shooting the same targets over and over again. I'm blessed to have several different 3D targets on my property, but I get tired of shooting those sometimes. So what I do is I will go and set up on this hay bale right here a clay pigeon on a string hanging from a pipe, and then obviously, like I said, there's hay bales sitting up there, and occasionally I build different backstops, and I probably do some videos on how I build them and stuff like that, pretty much out of scrap wood, anything I can find. But the whole goal is, if you're getting bored or you're getting in a situation where when you're out there shooting, you're not finding joy in it, especially when it's not around hunting season, you want to kind of come up with ways to keep your interest. We live in a world with social media and movies and family stuff going on, and children, and events at work, and all kinds of stuff, right? You're gonna have to come up with ways in the midst of all those type of things to keep yourself stimulated in traditional archery. Because like I said in many other videos, when you shoot a crossbow or you shoot a compound bow, those are much easier to master than it is with a longbow or recurve, because they have sight pins. Crossbow shoots like a gun and does, in my opinion, more damage in a lot of senses at 20 yards than an actual rifle can. And then you also have a compound bow, which, as long as you have good form and you look through the sight pins, anything within 10 to 20 yards, you're gonna kill every time. So when it comes to bow hunting, you wanna make sure you practice all year when it comes to a traditional bow. And the only way that I can come up with to be able to do that is I have to come up with stuff like this, because I will rotate different things. Sometimes I'll hang a clay pigeon from a string. Sometimes I'll have an old light bulb. Sometimes I'll put on there maybe a roll of duct tape and try to shoot in the middle as it's moving. I try to throw objects in the air and hit them with flu arrows. And then I shoot my 3D animals, and then stump shoot. I rotate those things, so I'm constantly in a situation to where I want to go out and shoot each week. All right. Also, I watch many of the channels on YouTube to kind of come up with ideas on ways to practice. So this situation here I've been doing for years, okay, and I haven't done it in a while, and I want to come out here and shoot this. The whole goal with this clay pigeon is to hit it and break it, all right? But even if I don't, I want my arrow to fall closely, and that's where the hay bales come into play. If I hit it, it'll stick right into the hay bale and it'll bust, and you'll see it on camera. If I don't, you and I will see how close my arrow was to breaking it. Now the wind is a little rough today, so it's swinging a little bit, but at 20 yards, I should still be able to do a decent shot. So let me go ahead and shoot a few arrows. Just like that. So the thing is that it feels so good to just shoot and break it, right? It just shatters. It makes you feel like a much better shot than you really are. Basically, I broke it on the very first shot. That shows me that my practice has been really been consistent, and it's put me in a situation to where when I pull on a target within 20 yards, I'm pretty accurate. Also, like I said, it really gets you to a place where you're not doing the same mundane things when you practice, okay? So remember that when you're shooting a traditional bow, you have to keep yourself stimulated throughout the entire year, come up with new ways to practice, new targets to shoot, and I guarantee you, you will be much better off for it. All right, so I wanted to show you a quick practice tip on what I do to keep myself motivated throughout the year. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty windy. I'm gonna go back inside. Remember, you don't have to get ready when you stay ready. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon.